the Fill the Funnel podcast with Jeff Swan
and Tom Slocum.
We're here to help you crush your targets
with tactical tips and insights you can act on today.
Don't have a fancy tech stack, a big budget, or even a huge team to lean on?
Well, it's time to get that solved today with FTF Fridays.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to the absolute first episode, kind of like a pre-episode of the Fill the Funnel podcast, with our new series with my new series with Tom Slocum, the FTF Fridays. So we wanted to kind of give you a little bit of a preview of, what we're doing here with Fill the Funnel, why we're doing this, and kind of just give you an idea of how. But you're not alone. Like, let's just say you're not alone while you're out there, filling your funnel, hustling and making your calls, doing your sequences, all these other things. Just know you're not alone. And we're here to make your job easier with tactical and practical tips you can use, whether you have a huge, crazy tech stack or you're sitting in your basement by yourself doing calls on a cell phone. Okay. So this is the reason why we started Fill the Funnel. But before I go even deeper into that, I want to introduce you to my awesome co-host and fellow co-head of RevGenius RevLeague, Tom Slocum. Tom, tell me what are you excited about with Fill the Funnel Fridays?
I'm just so excited to give back to so many. Post-COVID, we've all been kind of put in this place where we don't have a lot of collaboration or access to a lot of the things we used to have. And then being able to connect with others, build off one another, help each other level up when you were on that sales floor or wherever you were working to fill your funnel. And so it's just really exciting to bring this to you guys, and give you things that are practical, tactical to really, once you're done listening, go do what we just talked about. So I love it. And that's kind of what we're here for.
Right on, man. Well, so it kind of makes me think is how we even met in the first place, Tom. So the thing that was really cool, I was introduced to RevGenius by a fellow colleague of ours, one of the co-founders. You know her.
Galen.
Yeah, the one and only. So I met her actually through an event that I was hosting called Sequence Practice, and she was there at my first episode ever. Participated in the comments, was just a genuinely awesome person. Like, even while I'm hosting my very first session ever, I was noticing how awesome of a person she was. And the reason why I noticed is that she has a way of communicating with people that just exudes this helpfulness, right? Like there was just something about the way she was communicating that was different than others, especially in the sales game. So what was really cool about it was that her and I never really met until we emailed back and forth, LinkedIn messages and stuff, but we never met until we were at a virtual conference, probably 2 months later, something like that. And so we finally got a chance. We ended up in one of those virtual chat rooms and talked face to face. And I was talking about how awesome it was, like how much I missed the sales floor and how much I missed, doing what I used to call power hours, right? Like power hour, where I do daily competitions with my SDR team of like putting points on the board. The winner, the most calls or the most meetings booked, whatever, would get free lunch that day, that kind of thing. And then all of a sudden she started telling me about this really cool thing that she's doing over at RevGenius. And she said, you have to check out Outbound Club. And so needless to say, I sign up for RevGenius. She drops me an Outbound Club, and I see this Tom guy all over the freaking place, giving all this like advice all over, just like straight value. It was just amazing. And next thing you know, I hit up a conversation with you and clicked right away. Like, I was just like, this is my guy.
This is our guy, right? It's been amazing, man. It's been a few months, right? We kicked off, now it's called RevLeague, right? Outbound Club, and we kicked that off a while back. And we started getting together. The community in the club could feel our vibe, right? We were bouncing off each other. We were having a good time. And thanks to Caleb, Jared, the RevGenius community, an official sponsor of ours here, that was able to bridge that for us. And then, we had these weekly roundtables we were getting on, topics were coming up. And you and I have talked a lot of times, right, is some of the stuff out there is just fluff. It's not practical. And if it is practical, it's only meant for certain people, right? If you're selling to this one thing, then it could work for you. But what we were finding out in the club, and what I love so much about it, is we were bridging different industries, different people that just at the end of the day were filling their funnel, from a full sales cycle AE to a sales development rep to really anybody, right? We've worked with some crazy industries and some guys that we've gotten a chance to talk to, some folks, and it's crazy, right?
Yeah.
So, here we are bringing you Fill the Funnel, 20 powerful minutes of things that you can walk away from and apply in that day or to next week. So that's why I'm excited for this, man. It's been great to connect with you, and really looking forward to this series and kicking it off.
Yeah, well, there's just so much to talk about in this topic, but like, Jared, one of the co-founders of RevGenius, he posted the other day, was saying, talking about servant leadership. And one of the keys, like, I admit, when I was earlier on in my career, I didn't understand the concept of servant leadership. I understood the concept of like autocratic leadership, where strength wins, decision making, and like, resolute, right? And so I actually would really fucked up my first couple positions, like management positions. Like I had, well, no, like I definitely had people who were big fans. They liked my decision, all that stuff, but like I alienated people, and it was just harsh. It was a harsh lesson to learn, to be perfectly honest. And so over the course of my career, I met some amazing mentors. I worked with just some unbelievable teams. And so like in the end, I ended up just developing this ability to actually care about the people that I'm working with. And instead of worrying about what are they doing for me, I worry about how am I helping them. Right. Mm-hmm. And so as a owner operator for, the last couple of years, I've been sitting in my own house, in my home office, not really having the opportunity to help other people. So, right. and I never knew how important that was. I always thought, I want to grow my business, have a big team, and just so I have people to work for me, whatever. But then I realized I could accomplish the same thing. And watching you go, Tom, in RevLeague, I saw there's a capability of doing servant leadership without having them be my team, right? Like I can go out there, I can join RevLeague. I asked you if I could, or I can't remember if I asked you or you asked me to be a co-head of RevLeague, but I wanted to help. I wanted to help people out and like be that person to help them with the things I'm good at, right? Yeah. And has it been awesome since then?
It's been a rocket ship, right? We're up to over 500 people. We have a lot of engagement, a lot of fun. Again, it's all about helping just one person for me. And that's what people don't, for me, when I think of the servant leadership, that is it, right? I want to help one person. I'll help as many people in a day as I physically possibly can. It never stops. And so every day we hear these amazing stories from our members that, we've helped them. Yeah. We've given them even structure. Some of our members just like the fact that we give them 2 structured weekly blitzes, right, on their calendar that they feel confident with. They know that's their windows to blitz, right? Yeah. Others just come to the weekly roundtables. They love that piece. They love to have that intimacy with you and I, and others, to just talk for an hour at night, about what's working in the prospecting world, what we've seen been happening, and just be able to collaborate. And then you've got, everything else that they network. We've helped people get jobs, right? We've helped a lot of our members connect with hiring people, because these people in our club, I'm going to be honest, they're go-getters and they go hard, right? But we're all willing to help one another. And I love every day getting the LinkedIn messages, talking with you about this new person that reaches out and is like, man, I just entered the sales world. I'm really struggling and I'm trying to understand all of this noise out there. Can you help? And boom, we plug them into RevLeague. They come over and now they've got all these people that at the end of the day, we're all rallying behind each other. And it is a club. And we're really giving practical things to help them level up. And I love it.
Well, I like what you said there. What I really take from this is that the value that I take is like those one-on-ones I have. Like I have a paid service that I do with RevUp that I give away like a smaller version of it for free to our members, because I love that one-on-one. I helped a couple people last week that helped them with their scripts and cadences and whatnot, and just in general, like just trying to help them do their thing. And it was so rewarding for me. That was like, you could look at it as like, oh, and I'm giving my time for free and blah, blah, blah. No, like I want to help people, and I don't want to help a number. Like I'm not trying to help this thousands and thousands of people that I don't know, whatever. I'm trying to help the one person, like you said,
just the one,
to get the job. Like on our roundtable, we had one of our members that literally we stopped our roundtable in the middle of it for everybody to give advice on helping him be really awesome in his interviews. Sure enough, he did his next interview. He slayed it, got the job, started 3 days later. Like that was amazing.
It was awesome. It was.
Go ahead.
No, yeah, it's been wild, man. It's and the thing that you mentioned, right, is giving your time for free and doing these light versions of your offerings. The thing is that you should be okay doing that, because at the end of the day, it's still you that's the secret sauce.
Yeah,
like nobody gets that. Like I can give out all of my stuff. I don't have some offering. I'm not here saying go to my website, check out all these things for $10 or this and that. And but I could. And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if I give it out for free or for value, for a price. You're going to have to implement whatever is being given that you're putting in, right? Like, so being able to give out cold call openers, right? I do everything cold calling. I've been a cold caller for a long time. And to me now, I've mastered it and I don't mind it. But I've learned that from all the mentors and the greats that were willing to spend that time with me without gating their services or just being open to teach me their framework that I was then able to take and put my spin on and bring my sauce to. But at the end of the day, that was still accredited to them, because at the end of the day, that's their thing. I just put my spin on it to work for me.
Right. Yeah. No, well, this is the thing, is that you make a really good point there, is that if you take it, now let's take a step into why we're doing this podcast, because we already have a venue where we have hundreds of people that we reach every day and ask us advice and we give advice. But why we started the podcast now is that we want to take what we're learning and what we're doing to help people and put that on blast and make sure that everybody across the industry, maybe they don't have time to hang out on Slack or come to our weekly blitzes or join the competitions or anything, but maybe they actually just want to hear some of what we learn, right? So what we record this session every week after a call blitz, because we have conversations with people, we see what's happening, what's working, what's not. And then we, like Tom and I, we talk about this anyway. Like we get off of our call blitz
and we're good leaders, right? We've got a 10,000 view of these guys, right? And we're helping see that, right? And we want to get that back at a larger scale. So maybe Slack isn't for you, right? Maybe doing all of that isn't necessary. But you still want to see what is working and hear about it. And try it yourself. And so that's what I love that we're doing this for, is we're giving back. We're putting it on a larger scale for people. And it's not just cold calling, right? I also want to let you know, like all these episodes in the series is going to be everything practical and everything tactical around filling your funnel. Jeff and I have a lot of experience. And if we don't have that experience, guess what? We have the power of a community and a network to give that to you. A lot of this might be him and I's own opinions and our own insights, but also a lot of this material is going to be backed by testing, right? That's the best thing to do when filling the funnel. Everybody always wonders, right? A/B test everything. Jeff can cold call a different way than I can, right? Email structuring can be different. Shoot, we have a member who books purely off of just email, hasn't made a cold call since the moment she's been in the club, right? But she does the blitzes and she participates through email, her and a few others. Some pure social sellers. They have built a brand on LinkedIn. They've mastered that. We've learned their lessons. We've mastered our brands. So I just want everybody to know for this entire series, it's for anybody that is filling the funnel, all types of methods. That's where Jeff and I want to provide that insight for.
I love that you said that, Tom, because it's exactly what we're doing here, is that every single episode, you're going to get something you can use right away. You can apply it to what you're doing. And Tom and I are testing these. If we're not personally testing them, we're testing them with our group. So we know that last Friday, the connect rates were 98 calls to one connect, because we've done it. And we've done it across a group of dozens of people in different industries and different whatever. We know that last Friday was tough, and we know that last Wednesday was better, right? Because we see it. And it's not just us.
The tech stack. Right? Don't even forget, we have amazing sponsors empowering us to do this, right? They back what we're talking about, right? They see what's happening. And again, this is all because of our members. This is all because of our expertise over our sales career. So it's a lot of different things. And I'm really excited for you all to take something from this and really enjoy it, learn it, and leave us some lovely reviews, right? If you enjoy what you're hearing.
Yeah. And don't judge Tom for his screen.
Oh, and yeah, if you get the video portion of this, please just disregard everything that's happening. I personally am learning my own personal tech stack. We were talking about that in our series at one point, but I'm learning from the great Jeff on how important your own personal tech stack is for branding purposes and things of that nature. So this is raw, uncut, and natural, and I'm loving it.
Yeah, raw, uncut, exactly. So with that said, Tom, if there was one thing people can take away from what we're talking about today, what would you say that is? Like, what is a tactical, practical tip they can use from what we're talking about today?
Just be you. Find your sauce. Put everything that we're going to talk about in these episodes and everything we do is just framework that we found to be successful, different methods that we found. But at the end of the day, what I want you to take away is put your own spin to it, bring yourself out, and allow that to come through whatever we present or whatever we can provide, right? Just be authentic, be you, and hope that we can help you down the road here.
Yeah, no, that's well said. I'm going to take a couple spins on this, but for one, I really want to stress the idea of the concept of servant leadership is that, like I said, I was not good at this before, and I'm actually becoming pretty good at this now because I'm working with people like Tom and Jared and Galem and all these people that show me what it's like to give back and to help your community and to add to it as opposed to take away. So that's a really big thing that I want everybody to see. So when we put out this podcast, the purpose of this podcast is not to, make millions of dollars and whatever else and sponsorships, all that stuff. It's actually to help other people, to help give some of that advice that we have and the experience that we learn and send it out there. Like I said, Tom and I were having these conversations anyway. Why not just put them on, record them, put them on podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, whatever, and go. And so in all honesty, for your own brand, for your own personal, I mean, if you really think about helping who you're trying to sell to, you're going to get so much farther, 100%. And so the second thing is more about the show itself. So I want you to understand that what to expect from us. I'm going to reiterate Tom's point is that this is our opinions, this is our observations, and everybody, what we've even learned from RevLeague is that everybody has a very unique situation. And so what's worked for us might not necessarily work for you, and that's okay. But what we're going to do is give you a lot of different types of content from many different angles. We're going to go after sequences 15,000 times, cold callings 15,000 times. We're going to talk about tech stack and what we've experienced and what we liked, what we didn't, and what we think can be better. And we're going to go after it from many different angles over all the different episodes. We're going to be posting this once a week. Lots of content to cover. So if you don't like our take on the tech stack, wait a month or two and see our next article on it, or our next podcast on it, because it's going to be awesome. And so all I got to say is that we really appreciate you. And we look forward to having you listen to our show. Bye. Thank you for joining us for another episode of Fill the Funnel podcast. If you like what you heard, be sure to hit subscribe on your favorite platform, give us reviews, and tell all your friends about us. Till next time, happy hunting.